What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Cancel Schweezy. I am your host,
Schweezy,
and I'm here today with another episode of Cancel Schweezy, the show where I say things and you get upset that I said them, even though more than likely you agreed with it in the first place, and that's the way it is. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone, here for coming. I've had some pretty brutal diarrhea today. And, yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
So I am very happy here. Hopefully I don't have to have an emergency poop stop. It's been calm for a minute, but we'll see what goes on with this diarrhea. But no, more than likely, though, thank you so much for checking out the show today. I have a couple announcements. Next Friday, or this Friday, if you're listening to this episode, the week of, my EP, my new EP, Ride or Die, comes out to all the streaming services in the entire world. And I'm excited for that. I believe a lot of these songs are some of my best, and I love them. My song Oof, if you already listened to that song is on there. So go. We have the link in the description of like the pre-saves, but more importantly, just go ahead. It'll be on Spotify on Friday. But more importantly, another cool thing, we're doing a live stream listening party where I play the studio recordings of each individual track. I tell stories behind all of them, and I also go around and I may say some jokes too. It's kind of like this, but more live, and it's not me playing video games. So go check it out. All my new music should be coming out the Friday. This episode will after this episode. So it's Monday when this episode comes out, and then this Friday is when the EP comes out. And if you're listening in the future, the EP is actually already out. So why are you not listening to it? So go check that out for more deets. If you want to support me in this channel, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Our YouTube, we're building that empire up, but I know all of you on the audio side, so go check us out on the audio side as well. A lot of fun and cool shit there in the world. I got getting some messages from some thoughts, so bear with me. Mondays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I do stream video games over on Twitch. I think I'm going to finish up Pikmin 3 soon because I cannot figure out where to go, what to do after that. Fortnite, we're playing Fortnite with my friends, and they changed the map up, and I'm sucking so bad. And you're like, friends, you can't be the team leader anymore. And this is TJ. Everyone knows TJ. This is his girlfriend.
Pretty bold of you little fucks to assume that I'm not God.
And with him, he always, he takes the lead, we just get caught in the storm, and that's just a stupid way to die. When I take control, I die first because I actually go in and attack. He stands back and snipes like a little bitch. So anyways, go check out me on Twitch. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can connect it to your Twitch account, and instead of pressing the follow button, you can press the subscribe button. What that will do is help me financially support this channel, me specifically, and everything else I do. And it's free. Typically, it's like a $5 thing if you don't have an Amazon Prime account. So just you don't want Jeff Bezos to get an extra $5. You can take $5 away from him, which is the coolest thing ever possible. We also do have a Patreon page. Our Patreon page is only $5 a month, and you get ad-free episodes of Cancel Schweezy and the Schwegcast. Very fun, great way. You don't have to listen to me ramble on about our sponsors, our great sponsors, but it's also great. So go check that out as well. But minimum thing you can do, like the episode, subscribe, comment anywhere, leave a review on your superb podcasting platform. Great way to say thank you for being a friend, as I like to say. I believe that's all my announcements I have, including I mentioned the diarrhea as well. Let's just go ahead and get into everything. So let's get into the news. Don't need money, don't need fame, and don't need no credit card to ride this train. So let's get going. First article I have looking up here, Wuhan, you probably know where Wuhan's famous for, announces plans to hold League of Legends World Championship 2021 finals. And this is from Talk Esports, so very great news source in the world today. So sorry, my friend. We're playing Fortnite later, and so I gotta do this show. Anyway, so let's just get through the article. Great talk esports is the Wuhan government have reportedly announced that the city will play hosts to the League of Legends World Championship 2021 finals, where virgins all over the world will be heading towards to play and go from there. Oh my gosh, my friends are dumbasses. Government also announced a $1 billion USD investment plan to develop the esports infrastructure in the region. China has a good track record in terms of major LAN events despite the ongoing pandemic situation. Shanghai hosted the League of Legends World Championship 2020 successfully on LAN, LAN, when each other's events has canceled. God damn it, TJ, quit texting me. League of Legends World Tournament 2020 successfully on LAN when every other event was canceled or deferred. Interestingly, as the virus keeps spreading in the other regions of the world, China seems to have been able to control the spread and aid the return of normal life, with Wuhan known as the place of the virus outbreak. So that's sad. That's sad. This Chinese virus is looking very American right now. There are several eSport LAN events scheduled for 2021, and it will be interesting to see if everyone can pull it off as successfully as China managed with the League of Legends World Championship in 2020. All right. So my thoughts on that is League of Legends is a shitty game. I'll adjust my camera real quick. I think it's like crooked a little bit. Is it better? Close enough. Anyways, no. League of Legends is a very virgin game. I played it for a week and I kept getting banned because I was talking a lot of shit, which is stupid. Apparently, like League of Legends players, they report other players all the time, and it's very fucking stupid. And it's just I just think it's a boring game in general. It's like clicking and I don't know, MMO, whatever they're called. I'm getting texts left and right. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb mode. I know you all are very excited. This is great commentary. But no, I play Fortnite, and we all joke about Fortnite being like the virgins game because only virgins play Fortnite. But no, League of Legends people, like, they cancel plans to play League of Legends. It's bad and very sad. So I like, it's fun to play video games, but like, have some sex in between that too, people. Also, and I don't know, PC games are just, I like playing with the controller, and I like consoles because then you don't have to worry about shit. It's like, oh, your $3,000 computer is better than my Nintendo Switch. Oh, but guess what? Your computer doesn't have Smash Brothers, and you're like, oh, I got a ROM. Like, it's not the same, and it's illegal because Nintendo has never released it on PC, so it's illegal. Stop being illegal and playing your little ROMs if you don't already own the game. So stop being a bitch and stop playing PC games. And also, that's male birth control. I'm a big solid believer that a gaming PC is birth control for men, and it's super expensive. And so that's why a lot of men aren't able to have birth control, because gaming PCs are just super expensive. At least, like, you want to make a good one. It's cheaper than buying one, but still, like, all the parts to get a really good part, it's not worth it. Also, some of us like talking to women, and so after that, speaking of a woman, look at our next article. Grimes treats her 6-month-old son, and I'm going to say it right, and I'm going to tell the name we're going with, X Ash A12. We're going to call him Kyle, because Kyle is a stupid name, just like their son's name is stupid as fuck. So they took Kyle to a bath rave for babies. And this is from Vanity Fair, the only place I like to get my news. Grimes, whose real name is Claire Boucher and now goes simply by C, was never destined to be a regular mom. In case that wasn't made abundantly clear by her and boyfriend Elon Musk's decision to name their firstborn son Kyle, the pop star has also revealed that she has come very experimental notions about how to raise her 6-month-old, from cultivating his love of radical art to watching R-rated movies together and turning bath time into a baby rave for one. I don't know.
White people.
Save that one. That's a very white person thing to do. On Tuesday night, Boucher, shared a few videos of her son during bath time to her Instagram stories, showing a darkened room with a tub full of flashing, light-up water toys. New invention, bath rave for babies, the musician wrote over one clip, adding on another water rave for bebe, a hint of classical in the BQ, and he's tripping. No, tripping.
White people.
Only way we can say that right. But it's not just his predilection for pint-sized raves that make the pop star's baby so sophisticated, well beyond his half a year on this planet. In fact, according to Boucher, Kyle already has taste as avant-garde as his parents. In an interview with the New York Times, she explained, "I've watched Apocalypse Now and stuff with my baby. He's into radical art like he just actually is, and I don't think it's problematic to engage with them on that level." Well, Grimes clearly has a whole alternative education planned out for infant Kyle. Father has been far more hands-off with his son's upbringing. In July, he told the Times, "Well, babies are just eating and pooping machines, you know? Right now, there's not much I can do. Grimes has a much bigger role than me right now. When the kid gets older, there will be more of a role for me. Aside from teaching X what a spoon is, of course, all right." That was rough for me to read.
That's rough, buddy.
And I have... Grimes used to be so cool, and then her and Elon Musk started dating, and I guess they're together. I don't know, they're married, but she used to be so cool, and then now we just think bad things of her, and I don't know. I want Grimes. Grimes, if you hear this in... it's a cry for help. Write a C on your forehead, and this will be the alert to the world, because that, first of all, the baby's name is fucking stupid. Can we just agree? You fucking stupid. Like, I've heard, like, Haley, like, you know, like just weird spelling of, let me see, I'm gonna Google real quick. White people names. Okay, so we're gonna Google stupid white people names. American baby names somehow getting even worse. Okay, so let's get to the article here. Now, a fun little thing for all you audio listeners. Got to make sure I'm making noise. Hi, my name is Stupid from this article. Let's do white redneck names. But I think these white, I just like white people. We're not trashing poor white people. We're trashing white people.
White people.
Okay, so I am just going to continue looking at this and rambling on. Grimes used to be so cool. Like, she worked with Jack Antonoff, and, hey, someone else just joined my server. Okay. Just give me examples of names. This is my son, Boomer. Okay, well, that's dumb. Okay, Boomer. That's a dumb name. Give me the best names. What's fucking the best word? Stupid baby names. Okay, 247 Sports is the article we're looking at today. Rather awesome. My mom sent me Zyler. That's a dumb one. It's like, I like Tyler, but you know what? I want them to be at the very end of the alphabet in everything, and I hate that. So she has to wait for he or she or they or it has to do anything. Kinsley, Kynslie. That's a stupid fucking name. I'm just keeping looking here at just more stupid fucking names. But no, her child, who will be now known as Kyle on the show, is the stupidest name. Because no one knows how to say it. I mean, going by like Ash makes
physical playing music. I like that.
Just put my phone on the soundboard. No, let's get physical playing music. Is Grimes getting physical playing music? That's a good question I would like to know. But anyways, let's move on, because I've spent enough time with their dumbass baby raves. And like, my son really actually likes Apocalypse Now. He's a very big fan of the movie. So Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Kids like cartoons. Shut the fuck up, Grimes. Or Claire. Maybe I should call her Claire or C. Anyways, let's keep moving on. More articles here. I'm just feeling like being a dick today, and that's what I'm going to do. So, Cambodian villagers trust magic scarecrows to ward off coronavirus. This is from Reuters, which I'm assuming hopefully is a Cambodian news source. Deco, Cambodia. Cambodia villagers Ek Chan has avoided the novel coronavirus so far without masks or social distancing, but rather the scarecrows she has made to keep the deadly virus at bay. Ek Chan's 2 scarecrows, known locally as Ting Mong, guard the gate of her house in Kandal province near the capital Phnom Penh, giving her peace of mind. The practice has existed for more than a century in some Cambodian villages, where residents like 64-year-old Ek Chan trust their ability to fend off evil spirits and disease. Since I made these Ting Mongs, they help to scare away any virus, including the coronavirus, and stop it spreading to my family, said Ek Chan, who has a male and female scarecrow. I myself really believe in the magic of the scarecrow, and I don't worry about catching the virus at all. Cambodia is among the countries least affected by coronavirus, with just 307 cases and no deaths reported, having contained minor outbreaks in March, July, and August. But many Cambodians are still wary of getting infected, with fears heightened earlier this month when Hungary's foreign minister visited the country and later tested positive. That prompted the testing and isolation of hundreds of people potentially exposed, including Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen, and temporary bans on gatherings. The scarecrows are easy to make, typically comprised of rice, hay, bamboo, or wooden sticks, and dressed in old clothes. Some are even given motorcycle helmets and armed by their owners with sticks and knives. It's like, came in the wrong area, buddy. Ek Chan says she knows little of the science of COVID-19, the disease caused by the coronavirus, and though she believes in the power of her scarecrow, she hopes a free vaccine will be available soon. That will kill this virus from our country, she added. So my thoughts on this article, sounds pretty fucking stupid. I just think no one goes to Cambodia, probably why the outbreaks are pretty small there. They're probably in better health because they probably aren't fat Americans like me and Micah.
Hashtag pray for Micah.
But, I'm going to say this, though. The scarecrow idea sounds less stupid than Oklahoma signing a day of prayer to ward off COVID instead of just doing masks. Everyone wears a mask, easy things. Don't lick each other. That's a good thing. Just be very mindful. Financial assistance for people in need, all that shit could easily do it. But no, I think the scarecrow, I'm going to be honest with them, they're probably just a lot better at taking care of themselves in Cambodia than they are in the United States, because everyone in the United States is fucking stupid.
White people, white people.
So I think that's the main purpose, but still, it's not as stupid as a day of prayer. Coming from someone who's probably considered Christian, that's me. Who's that guy? It's
Schweezy.
So, yeah. So, like I said, it's not the stupidest thing I've heard to ward off COVID, but I wonder if I saw a rumor that, blowjobs are the only cure. Women giving blowjobs is the only cure for COVID. So let's spread that rumor around, because I like that.
And I really like that.
So, yeah. All right. Next one. Looks like we only got 2 articles left. I'm told I need to shorten the news segment. OSHA coronavirus rules students can wrestle but can't shake hands. That's from WLWT5, Channel 5. And this is from Ohio. Ohio is for lovers, as some of us may told. As winter sports begin across Ohio, officials with the Ohio High School Athletic Association have released requirements for players and coaches amid the coronavirus pandemic. Wrestling began its season Thursday amid the pandemic under a new set of guidelines and rules to help prevent the spread of the virus. In a heavy contact sport like wrestling, OSHA officials are trying their best to implement rules for players and coaches. Among the new rules is student athletes are permitted to wrestle, but must refrain from handshakes before and after the match. Wrestlers are also required to wear facial coverings off the mat when not actively competing or warming up. Equipment should not be shared. If equipment needs to be shared, OSHA mandates the proper sanitation between use. Student athletes must also sanitize their hands before and after warm-ups, at all timeouts and period breaks, anytime they leave the competition or practice mats. All those on the team bench also need to observe social distancing of 6 feet. Another big change coming from officiating to conclude the end of the match procedures. The official may point to the winning wrestler while raising his or her own arm with open hand. Having these requisite wristband color red-green of the winning wrestler. So I have a lot of questions. Don't they kiss each other when they wrestle? Like, I feel like kissing each other is worse than touching each other's hands, if we're honest, you know? Because doesn't wrestling go... I've never watched a wrestling match because I'm comfortable with my sexuality, and I realize I like women. I don't want to watch two men cuddle with each other. Wrestling, and I'm saying this in a positive way, is gay. And the fact that there are probably a lot of homophobic people who wrestle. Come on. Don't be gay. Don't be gay. You are being gay. But anyways, I don't want to watch men have sex with each other. And I'm very okay with that. And I'm fine with that. So I've never watched wrestling. So I'm just going to make some generalizations about what wrestling is. With that, obviously, what if they wore like gloves or something like that? No. Well, because, okay, let's say the CDC says the best form of sex is through a glory hole, and you can't wrestle through a glory hole. So I feel like they're in a predicament. I feel like maybe the best thing they can do is just do frequent testing. That's really the only thing they're going to do. But Ohio also is telling people, is like, hey, don't travel to Ohio. And if you're in Ohio, just don't travel to Ohio, okay? It's pretty fucked up. I saw someone post on Facebook that they went to, like, hiking in South Dakota. I'm like, yo, you mean, like, the worst spot in the United States besides, like, California? And California's bad because they have so many homeless people and, like, rich Democrats, not like, actual Democrats. So, yeah, so wrestling is gay, and if you like wrestling, please just stop fighting your homosexual urges. Come out, and I will fully support you. Next article, and this is our last article of the news today. Woman sells husband's PlayStation 5 after she discovers it is not an air purifier. Oof. That's rough, buddy. Okay, I would get a divorce. I would be like, be gone, fuck! And tell her to fuck off. And then this is in Taipei, Taiwan. A Taiwanese man who attempted to convince his wife that his PlayStation 5 was an air purifier was reportedly forced to sell the device after she discovered the ruse. Jin Wu posted on Facebook that he purchased the gaming console secondhand. The PS5 has been highly coveted since its release last month. Wu said the reseller he spoke with turned out to be the wife of the original owner, according to his translated social media post. Wu wrote that the price was extremely affordable, especially considering the console had been sold out in most stores, and the woman was eager to sell it to him. When he went to pick up the PlayStation, he met the woman's husband, who explained that he was forced to sell the gaming console after his wife realized it was not an air purifier, as he had told her. Oh man, I would do that shit. Wu said the man seemed bitter. Upon releasing of the highly anticipated gaming device, consumers eager to get their hands on a new PS5 were met with supply shortage. Sony recently reassured shoppers that it would release more inventory before the end of the year. We want to thank gamers everywhere for making the PS5 launch our biggest console launch ever, PlayStation's official Twitter account said in a post. Demand for the PS5 is unprecedented, so we wanted to confirm that more PS5 inventory will be coming to retailers before the end of the year. Please stay in touch with your local retailers. So, with that being said, that wife is a bitch. I would get a divorce because PS5, I would say the PS5 is, in my mind, just thinking about all the thoughts I'm talking with, there's no way I'm picking a PS5 over it. I'm not met a woman yet that I would like die for. At least not right now. There was a time there was someone, but now they can fuck off. But right now, though, you know, I would not be like, look, if she was like, it's between the PlayStation 5 and me, and I'm like, do you need help packing your things? Because I'm not giving up the PS5. And they're selling it for an affordable price, which is so stupid. If you just like looked at the market, realize how rare the PlayStation 5 is right now. And I'm pretty sure the reasoning why, hopefully I think bots could be part of it. Another thing I believe, it's just COVID probably just making the demand. And I guess they didn't know the demand. Maybe they just made a guess and didn't know. But anyone, don't buy one of these scalpers. Just wait till it comes out. Buy it at like Walmart or GameStop or Amazon or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, no. I would tell that bitch bye.
Be gone, fuck!
And I would tell her, if she says I can't live without you, tell her to die. That is a Schwegcast or Cancel Schweezy quote. If she says she can't live without you, then tell her to die. This episode of the Schwegcast is brought to you by Gamefly. Most of you are already aware of Gamefly, but for those of you who don't, it's the best video game rental subscription service for one low monthly fee. As a Twitch video game streamer myself, I know there are two types of game. One type is the game that you'll continue to go back to time and time again, like Breath of the Wild and Super Smash Bros. And then there's those other games, you know, that you only play once and then never pick up again. And that is where Gamefly is perfect. Most games come in at around $60. And, you know, these new AAA titles come in at $60. But with this link in the description of this episode, your first 2 months will only be $10. I'm a subscriber myself, and I played through Pokemon Sword, and I loved it so much that I wanted to keep that copy. And with just a click of a button, and you just pay the little extra money, you get to keep the game that you rented from Gamefly. You don't even have to worry about anything else, and they'll go ahead and send you to the next game. I'm excited for the month of October. I will be getting into Luigi's Mansion because that is a very spooky game, and that's Halloween, so it's the spooky season, which I am super excited to play that game. I already got it in the mail, and I'm excited for once October kind of rolls around, I can start playing that game, and it's super fun and awesome. I love Gamefly. Like I said, I'm a subscriber myself, but you can get your first 2 months for $10. You just got to use the link in the description of this episode, and you know what? Start playing those games. This episode of the Schwegcast is brought to you by FNX Fitness. FNX Fitness is committed to creating innovative supplements of the highest quality that provide focus for a productive morning, energy to thrive all day, performance supplements to reach new goals, unique sleep and recovery formulas to support any sport, and healthy supplements to support an active lifestyle for years to come. They also have a fantastic clothing line so you can look good while you work out as well, which I always like to look good working out. Hashtag pray for Micah. We all know the drill. With your purchase of any product from the FNX Fitness website, they even donate a gallon of water to a child in need, so you know that each purchase you make really is helping someone out. Using promo code SCHWEGCAST or link in the description of this episode, you can save 15% off your order. Again, that is promo code SCHWEGCAST or link in the description down below. Save 15% on some great performance supplements. Okay, and I'm back for you. I guess you're wondering what I'm wearing today if you're watching the show. I am definitely wearing my one Christmas sweater. We are in the Christmas season, CSZN. I only have one Christmas sweater, so I'm going to be wearing this the entire month. And if you don't like that, fuck off. So it's my only Christmas sweater. It's the Grinch. We take a look here. And this necklace, it does light up. However, with like my lights, it doesn't look very good. So it doesn't really matter in regards to that. But yeah, it's Christmas time, and I'm thinking for the month of December, or at least the episodes I have for this month, I want to review some of these classic Christmas movies that we don't take a lot of thoughts into, but that's why I'm here, to go over all these movies and figure out the plot holes and problems I specifically have with them. So first movie of Christmas month, cancel Christmas month, I want to review Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I'm just going to kind of like, I took notes as I go through the movies, and I'm trying to figure out the best way for me to review these movies. So the movie starts off, the snowman who looks stupidly like a fatter version of me, comes in. He's like, this wasn't as bad as a couple years ago, and Rudolph had to save the day. So then we start off, and Santa's skinny, and Mrs. Claus is upset, like, kids do not want a skinny Santa. They want a fat Santa. Now eat up, you piece of shit. I don't think she said it just like that, but basically did. Which I have a lot of problems with. As you know, I've struggled with my weight. I'm a fat piece of shit. And it's not good to encourage obesity. That's very toxic and very bad. Even though Santa is a magical person, we should not be encouraging obesity like that in a children's movie, because you can, and I'm not saying because being fat is awful. I'm just saying with obesity, you have a lot of health problems. And I always wonder, like, why doctors should try and get people to lose weight more. Because if there's a health problem that's in regards to your weight, lose weight. Tell people to lose weight. You can still kind of get the medicine and like to help them lose weight, but help them lose weight. God damn it, Mrs. Claus. No one gives a shit about Santa's weight. And he was in good shape at the beginning of the movie, but I have a lot more problems with Santa, and we're going to get into that more as I go along. And so the movie basically, besides that random B plot that makes no sense, the movie starts with the birth of Rudolph, where they discover that he was born with a nose that shines red. This, I have to assume, is a birth defect that he was born with, and it doesn't make him look ugly. It just is a birth defect that makes him look a little different. And you know what? Everyone's going to be a little bit different than you, and that's okay. Everyone's different. Everybody is different. But Santa, like, immediately shows up right after Rudolph is born and is like, I can't wait to get him on the sleigh today. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Santa, and you and your fucking free reindeer, free labor that they're providing for you. Do you even feed them? What the fuck do you even do? You're like, Rudolph, like, Donner and his wife, who's not named because it's a woman in a movie, they live in a cave. And you're visiting them. Oh, I wish I was paying you or giving you little treats or whatever. But no, not me, though. Santa's a dick in this movie, and I still have a lot more things to say about that. And that's all Santa cares about. It's like, oh, is he going to run my sleigh someday, Donner? And so, yeah, that's already a problem. Like, Santa's already coming off on the wrong foot in this movie. Santa has a lot of bullshit, and I can't believe other people are going to have to deal with that shit as well. Next, and then like we go to Hermes in the elf factory, and then so with Hermes, it's weird. So he's working in the elf factory where he makes toys. However, Hermes has dreams of being a dentist, and his boss is let's just go through fat. He's a fat loser. I think he's bald too, and so we all know how I feel about bald people. They exist. But anyways, he's shaming Hermes for having this dream of being a dentist while he's like in this like going nowhere job, like making like toys. Like, you're making fucking wooden trains. It's 1972. I don't think people are playing with wooden trains anymore, you dipshit. But anyway, so he's shaming Hermes for having a dream. Dentistry is necessary, but I don't know. Being a dentist is one of those things. Like, I know, like, with being a doctor, it's kind of like a lot of good doctors. Like, they're really passionate about helping people, and they really want to help people, and they really want to get people healthy and help them when they're sick and stuff like that. There's a lot of doctors. A lot of doctors I don't feel like are in it for the money, though the money is good in America because it kind of sucks here with healthcare. But, like, with dentistry, though, that's a weird thing to get into. It's like a man wanting to be a gynecologist. Like, what's going on here, bud? I'm just really passionate about women's health and the vagina. Like, yeah, you're really passionate about the vagina. That's probably true. That's weird. I would never if I was a woman, I would never go to a male gynecologist. That's just weird. All right, let me take a look down there. It's like, howdy. I also don't know a lot about the female body, just to be honest. One day I'll figure out how breast milk works, but I don't. Now you get it when you have a baby, but I have a lot of questions, and I'm not going to get into it this episode. If you want to tell me how breast milk works, email the shredcast@gmail.com. Great way to support me and help me get content for this show, because I love that. So, but no, anyways, going back to Hermes, he wants to be a dentist. His fat loser boss is shaming him for being a dentist. And then, because he's not getting, I guess, his toys done on time, so he's like, everyone take a break, except for you, Hermes. You stay here and finish your toys. And if you don't finish these toys, you're fired. But at the same time, if you fired him, he'd be able to, start his dentistry at the North Pole. And there's no other dentists at the North Pole, so it's a good market for him to get into, to be a dentist. So obviously firing him would be the best thing. And you get fired from the North Pole. Where the fuck do you go after you get fired from the North Pole? You're made to have one job. I guess he could go to United States. I've seen Elf a few times. We're not reviewing Elf because I like that movie, and we all like that movie. And if you don't like that movie, fuck, you don't have to say it's the best Christmas movie, okay? Okay, people, but Ed Asner's in that movie, and so I can't. So this year's going to be a little different watching it because...
Come on, Mark, don't be stingy.
So that's going to be exciting. Anyway, so I don't know why he doesn't just quit and become a dentist. I don't know. Is there a union or something? I don't know. I don't even know how unions work for the most part. I know they're good, but anyways... But nice thing about that loser fat elf is that after they sing to Santa and he's like, y'all suck. He's like, well, we would have sounded better if Hermes was here. And then my favorite Christmas meme. I just want to prepare you for this. So Hermes is sitting behind doing dentistry on a doll because that works. It's like a doll made out of a brown sack or whatever, and so he bursts through the door and he says,
Why weren't you at elf practice?
which is by far my favorite Christmas meme because you look online, it's just millions of them everywhere. It's just like Shrek getting ready to open the door to his house where there's somebody once told me, and he just opens the door. Why
weren't you at elf practice?
And I absolutely love it. And I think you would love it too. So that is my favorite Christmas meme. And so pros of this movie is that.
Why weren't you at elf practice?
And I know it's distorted, people, and that's what makes it funny. So I'm leaving it at that. Anyways, so we go back to Rudolph, the protagonist of this story. The antagonist of this story is everyone at the North Pole. Which I have a lot of problems with. How come a whole village of people is the antagonist? That's stupid. So Rudolph meets Clarice, and, they're supposed to, start practicing flying and all that shit. So he's like, go talk to her. And then he's like, hi, Clarice. How are you doing today? He's like, oh, hi, Rudolph. And then they blah, blah, blah. Can I walk you home? Can I walk you home? It's like, yeah. And then she's like, I think you're cute. And then Rudolph just goes into full simp mode. And he's like, she thinks I'm cute. She thinks, and he flies. And then the fake nose they put on top of him so he's normal falls off. And everyone's like, oh my God, she was born with a birth defect. So they just start shaming. Santa, I think, is the one who starts it. He's like, you should be ashamed of yourself, Rudolph. For what? For being born with a birth defect? Fuck you, Santa. Really showing your true colors here, you piece of shit. That's what I don't like this movie's interpretation of Santa. I know Santa in real life is a good person, but in this movie he's a piece of shit. So everyone starts, making fun of him. He's like, Rudolph. And also, have you ever had a pimple on your nose in high school? It fucking sucks.
That's rough, buddy.
So, anyways, and so everyone's like, you know what, Rudolph, go fuck off. You're not longer welcome in these reindeer games. You are a fucking freak for being born the way you are, and you should go fuck off. So Rudolph runs off because he's not going to walk Clarice home now because even though Clarice still likes him, he's like, fuck you, Clarice. I don't know. I guess he's just a teenager. Teenagers are like that. And so then Rudolph meets up with Hermes because they both feel like misfits. And so there's things saying, we're a couple of misfits. They go into that jolly musical number. But in my head, I've always heard it as, we're a couple of dipshits. We're a couple of dipshits. And I think that is the best part. Later on their journey, they run into Yukon Cornelius, or as better known as MJ Chrisman, as you see right here. They are literally the same person. And also, fuck Micah. I got him like a Funko Pop version of Yukon Cornelius and the Abominable Snowman, and he just fucking lets his dog chew on it. That piece of shit. Like, that's a nice gift. You know, it's fun. It's between us, and it's fun. Fuck Micah.
Hashtag pray for Micah.
Yeah, pray he gets punched in the face by me. And yeah, that is a threat, Micah. Come for you. So then we dealt with Yukon Cornelius, a man who's just fucking out of his mind, and we're going to get into that a little bit more in a bit. They eventually go to the Island of Misfit Toys, and they are first greeted by Charlie in the Box. And now I have an issue with that name, not because it should be Jack in the Box. I think they should have named him Josh in the Box, because like my friend Josh Casey, they're both bitches, and they should know that. And Josh, yes, I do have your name in my mouth, so you can fuck off as well.
What you ready to get fucked up?
So yeah, Josh. Anyway, so yeah, I like to call him Josh in the Box, as we like to call Elon Musk and Grimes' son, Kyle. So we're on the Island of Misfit Toys. So thank you for singing a song, letting us know where we are at. They eventually meet the Lion King of the Island of Misfit Toys, but they're like, "Hey, can we live here?" And he's like, "Fuck no," because this island only has room for me, a lion, and multiple sentient toys, and a reindeer, an elf, and a fat guy.
Hashtag pray for Micah. Are
not welcome on this island. And so you can stay here the night, though, and they say get in this cabin, which is like way too small. And I think it's just because of Micah in there, Yukon Micah in there, just being as fat as he is.
Hashtag pray for Micah.
And so, anyway, so they're like, let's go back to the North Pole. This was a failed trip. And then Rudolph's like, but my nose, like, it'll glow and the Abominable Snowman will kill us. So they're like, oh, Rudolph, shut the fuck up. Rudolph is like, I don't want to hurt them, so I'm going to leave in the middle of the night, which is very noble of him to be a good friend like that. He's like, I am not going to kill you, too. But the big problem is Rudolph just leaves the fucking door open to their little, like, house that they're staying in. He just leaves it open as he goes away. Like, the door is open. You're in North Polish area where it's just probably like below freezing at night. Like there's no sun, so it has to be below freezing. And yeah, Yukon, which probably his fat will keep him warm.
Hashtag pray for Micah.
And then you have Hermes. Hermes should be dead. Like after that, Hermes should be dead. After Rudolph leaves the door. First of all, how do you not notice when the door is, man, there's a, do you feel, Yukon, do you feel a breeze in here? He's like, I don't know. He just says some bullshit because they're sleeping, and they just don't even realize the fucking door's open. Like, what the hell's going on there? Like, seriously, watch the movie. He leaves the door open. It's fucking stupid, people. It's fucking stupid. All right. Anyways, all right. Next one. Okay. So, yeah, they all decide to go back to the North Pole, and in the meantime, Rudolph grows antlers. That was just dumb. So Rudolph goes back to his parents' cave because Santa is a piece of shit. He's like, Mom, Dad, where are you? And then Santa's at the cave. Like, what the hell's going on, Santa? Are you like robbing the place? What the hell? And he's like, oh, Rudolph, they went looking for you. Oh yeah, and your bitch Clarice. I don't know. Is Clarice a bitch, or is she a thought, or is she just like a hoe? Well, we need to decide what Clarice is. But anyways, she wasn't too bad. For love interest in talking animal movies, which I'm the specialty in talking animal movies. So Rudolph goes to the Abominable Snowman's cave, and while the Abominable Snowman is about to eat Clarice, and like, I kid you not, like, watch this fucking movie. Rudolph's parents are just looking there calmly. It's like, no, I guess Clarice is going to die. It's like, what the hell? I would be a little bit more worried if I saw a giant Yeti eating one of my friends, unless it's Micah. Then I might be like,
pray for Micah.
Like I told you, Micah, we should have been praying for you. Anyways, though, Rudolph apparently stops him, and so knocks him out. But I guess he traps Rudolph. But then Micah and Hermes show up, and decide to come up with a plan. And this is when I learned that Yukon is completely out of his fucking mind. He decides, let's do this. Hermes, start oinking like a pig. Like, first of all, are there even like pigs in the North Pole? Like, for real. Oink, oink. So why would the Abominable Snowman even know what a pig is in the first place? For real. Like, how would he even know what a pig is? A second, as we go along, so he walks out, and Yukon drops a giant rock on his head, which should kill him or have a concussion. And he's like, all right, Hermes, take his teeth out. That is some fucked up shit right there. Can we talk about that? Imagine you get kidnapped and someone just takes your teeth out and lets you live. That is some fucked up shit. Would we do that to like a dog? Like, let's just take all this dog's teeth out. Like, no, we wouldn't fucking do that. That's fucking out of their mind. So they go and rescue the family, and then the Abominable Snowman wakes up with no teeth, but he's like, I can still fuck you up. I have claws. And so Yukon's like, all right, I'm just going to eat Adam, see what happens. And then Yukon falls off a cliff, and everyone thought he died. But no, after they go up to the North Pole, so I'll go back to that. So eventually I'll go back to the North Pole, hang out. And he's like, oh, well, Rudolph, I guess, sorry that we treated like... They never apologized to him. First of all, they never apologized to Rudolph. They're just like, Rudolph, we're going to be done dicking around at you. You know what? You ran away, so no, you're not a bitch, and you can still run. So Santa's like, we can keep you around. So fuck you, Santa. Still fuck Santa. So obviously it goes around the big snowstorm. Everything is going off, and then Santa's like, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? And that's how Rudolph saved Christmas. So my big thoughts and takeaways from this movie. There's no moral to this story. Like, there's no lesson learned. Like, if people are going to pick on you until they find you useful. That's like the moral of the story. That's a shitty moral for kids. Obviously, this is a song, a made up song. I'm assuming came for the claymation, or not, a stop motion show. I mean, it still says a lot that it's being held up like all these years later. But anyways, no, there's no real good moral to this story. So that's kind of fucked up. Being the bigger person, maybe, but no. See, if I was Rudolph, I would say, no, Santa, I will not help you guide your sleigh tonight. Christmas is now canceled, and you're going to have to go out in the news, do a little press tour, and so everyone's like, why was Christmas canceled this year? And why did you not work your one day a year, Santa? Well, so there was a big snowstorm, so we obviously couldn't see anything. We did have a reindeer, though, with a glowing nose that could have lit the way perfectly for us. However, we all were bullying him so much for his birth defect. We bullied him so hard, he ran away, and then eventually we let him back. But he decided not to, because we should have learned our lesson from bullying. And a lot of you could say, well, maybe Santa didn't know about the bullying. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. This is his staff. He tried to pull an L. He could have tried to pull an L and was like, I don't know what was going on. I just told the reindeer not to look at me and shit like that. But I don't know. That's some pretty fucked up shit that Santa did. And you know what? I feel like they should have learned their lesson. Maybe we could have got a new Santa. Santa could have decided to step down, and we could have got a Santa that's better than that Santa in the meantime. So that's my thoughts on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Fuck Santa in this movie. Fuck everyone at the North Pole. If I had to rate this movie, I don't know if we should be showing this movie to kids, but it's actually a very good movie. Like, very well produced. And I think everyone was very talented in the movie. So, but fuck Santa. So, anyways, let me get on to, I just have a couple thoughts of the week. First thought I wrote down, let's stop making fun of adults with braces for the most part. That seems like a weird thing to do. Look, if you have fucked up teeth, sometimes your parents don't have the money when you're a kid and you're an adult and you finally have the money to fix your teeth. That's a good thing. And you know what? Someone with braces is fixing the problem of their crooked teeth. We need to stop making fun of people with braces. Like Invisalign works out. Like, obviously braces don't look good, but we gotta stop making fun of people for braces. It's like making fun of like a fat person or a mica person at the gym.
Hashtag Pray for Micah.
Like, you're making fun of them for being fat, but they're at the place where they're going to stop being fat. They're working on it. Like, if someone's working on fixing a problem, you don't make fun of that problem. Okay?
Hashtag pray for Micah.
So, shut the fuck up, people. So, yeah, that's the thought on there. I have another thought. So, obviously, you know, I'm very interested in the non-binary community. Obviously, I think you can be non-binary, and I don't have to hate you. It's your personality I hate. I think that's the main thing. There's a lot of non-binary people with personalities I don't like, or at least the ones I've interacted with. But I feel like we should stop calling them they, them, because I feel like they, them refers to like a group of people or like multiple things. Like they, like those people. So we need to find a better word. Thought about it, but I feel like that's worse. But I don't know. I feel like they, them, we need to switch it up because it's just, it's a weird pronoun. We got to find a new word. I'm just saying, I don't mind it. And then also, I thought about transgender people for a minute. So I guess like Harry Styles is getting like shit on by people because he's wearing a dress. He's like, "Huh, are you a woman now?" Ha ha ha. And then those are like the same people who would like be if there's someone's transgender and clearly is looking like a woman. They would be like, just because you look like a woman doesn't mean you're not a man. Okay, first of all, I'm very interested in like the bottom surgery and all that, how everything works with a trans person. But if you were born male and you are now dressing up and looking and identify as a woman, and you're actually putting effort to look like a woman, I'm not calling you a man. That's just that. And I'm calling you a woman. That's just there. I'm not calling you, if you are looking like a woman and identify as a woman, I'm going to call you a woman. I'm not calling you a man. That's just stupid. I'm not calling you that. But also though, I like realize though, like, and I'll think about like people I know who, like, I knew in their previous gender and have switched genders. I always want to refer to them as like their old name or their like old gender, because I guess in my mind, that's kind of when I knew them. So like, I have to like, with like new people, like who recently transitioned, and are looking like the gender they identify with. That's a little different, just because, you know, like you knew them in their former name and their former gender. So it's like, you have to like try to adjust myself. And so that's a really hard thing to adjust to. But no, if you're trans, be cool. But you got to pull it off. Come on. Like you got to, like if you identify as a woman and you're dressing like a woman and you're putting on makeup and shit like that, like I'm calling you a woman. I'm not going to call you a man. Like Laverne Cox, like I'm not calling you a man. I'm not calling you a man. That's just who I am.
This is the type of guy you get.
So thank you, Joe. This episode of the Schwegcast is brought to you by Duke Cannon Supply Company's Beer and Bourbon Box. Duke Cannon hails from a simpler time, a time when the term handyman was redundant, a time when chivalry wasn't considered old-fashioned. Duke Cannon's purpose is simple: to make superior quality grooming goods that meet the high standards of hard-working men. In the history of great duos, the partnership of beer and bourbon is even more important to our way of life than mac and cheese or, if you're British, fish and chips. Comes complete with 3 big beer soaps, a deliciously scented sandalwood soap made with Old Milwaukee beer, a fresh citrus woodsy offering made with the Deschutes Fresh Squeezed IPA, and a warm cedar scent made with Budweiser, and 1 big American bourbon soap. And a rich oak barrel scented bar made with Buffalo Trace bourbon. A perfect gift for the gentleman who appreciates a fine drink and a distinguished fragrance. Use the link in our description to get free shipping on your order over $20. This episode of the Schwegcast is brought to you by Honey. Honey is a free browser extension you can download using the link in the description of this episode. Honey searches the entire internet for promo codes, coupon codes, free shipping, and anything else that will save you money when buying things online. It is 100% free, and at no point will you have to pay for it with any microtransactions. It's just as simple as pressing a single button, and you can start saving money. It's that simple. I use Honey myself. I've been using it for years, and it's a great way to save money on pizza. It's a great way for me to buy audio equipment online. It always saves me money. I've gotten 40%. I've gotten 50% even before. It is so great. I love Honey, and you will too. And if you don't use Honey, it's basically throwing money away. So use the link in the description of this episode. Install it on your web browser, whether that's Chrome, Safari, Opera, whatever it's called, and start saving money on things you buy every day anyways. Okay, so now it's time for me to give advice to problems that you don't have. Am I qualified to give you advice? I don't know. Well, I'm going to do it anyways. Yeah. So this one comes from my friend Sarah. Apparently her friend Haley wanted me to answer this question because apparently I'm the one who's qualified to answer this. So, message the guy. She wants you to answer on your podcast whether or not guys get blue balls, because I've been hearing mixed answers, and I need to know once and for all. So, yes, men get blue balls. What happens is when men get erections, and that's why like cuddling occurs, and that's why like when you cuddle for so long, men want to have sex with you because they're just like their dick is on your ass maybe or in the front of you, and then you're just like, I like this. And so blood and how erections work is blood actually rushes to your dick. And so your dick gets hard, and when it's so much blood going into it at one time, like it just starts getting really sore. A lot of times you have to like come to get it to go away is the big thing. But no, it's just kind of like men just, like I've mentioned on the show before, jizz, that's just men's poison. We just got to get the poison out of our system. And so that's kind of how it works. So yeah, basically what happens is you get blood flow directly to your peener. And after a while, if you're not so once you ejaculate, everything goes away. And then that's the thing. So there's a lot of mixed ideas I do have about that. So obviously, I do not believe that blue balls should be a guilt trip into getting a woman to have sex with you. A lot cooler if they do. But anyways, ladies, if you want to help a man out and don't give them blue balls. Try not to give them blue balls. But blue balls is not a justifiable reasoning to have sex with someone if you don't want to. However, let's just say if you want to cuddle, I like the idea. I feel like the best compromise in regards to this. So blue balls exist. Any person, any doctor can tell you that. But the best thing, you could pull Louis C.K. like, hey, do you care if I jerk off in front of you? She doesn't want you to do that. Because, that way you don't have to have sex with her, just make her feel comfortable. That can make her feel uncomfortable. You can always just go to the bathroom, just jerk off in the toilet, get rid of that. But I remember the first time I had blue balls. It was with a girl. Back then it was probably a little more Christian. We just made out. But anyways, I remember and we was long distance, so I remember I had to go to the bathroom. So I was walking to the bathroom, and I was in so much pain. It was bad. I didn't know what the hell was going on. The first time you get blue balls, you're just like, what the fuck is happening to me right now? But no, blue balls definitely exist. You definitely want to avoid that. So, ladies, there's the compromise. So, ladies, if you want to be cool, help a man out. You don't have to give him a blowjob. Hand job should be fine. I've never had a good hand job, but let him jerk off in front of you because he thinks you're hot. Obviously, that's why he has a boner. Be cool about that. Or you can also let him just jerk off in the bathroom, come back, and then cuddle fest can continue. So, just so compromises, blue balls exist. However, it does suck for men, but it's not a good reason to have sex with a guy if you don't want to have sex with him. But also, don't be stingy.
Come on, Mark. Don't be stingy.
So that's the answer to the blue balls question. So no blue balls December is what we're going to continue to do at this moment. And let's just go from there, And
I really like that.
So, yeah, let's keep going. Next question, or a question I have. My mom wants me to get rid of my husband's dog because she's afraid the dog will hurt my son. So 3 years ago, I got my husband a dog for his birthday. Technically, it's our dog, but I always refer to the dog as my husband's dog because there is a really special bond between those two. That's adorable. They're literally best friends. Men. Like I said, dogs our man's best friend, coming from Warrensburg, Missouri, which now has a lot of racists in it that I didn't realize when I lived there. I gave birth 4 months ago, and my mom has been stressing me out ever since. She's constantly complaining about things I'm supposedly doing wrong or tries to lecture me on how to entertain my baby, etc. It's so annoying because she's behaving like she's my son's mother instead of me. A week ago, my husband and I invited my parents to our house for dinner. During the dinner, my son was in his bouncer. He was there with us the whole time, so he wasn't unsupervised. Suddenly, my mom started screaming because the dog got a bit close to my son and started sniffing my son's face. The thing is, the dog wouldn't even harm a fly. Yes, he's a bit scary looking because he's a big Rottweiler, but he's such a kind and gentle dog. If I believed this dog was dangerous, I would not let him near my son. Unfortunately, my mom completely freaked out. She started yelling at me things like, how can you let your dog do this to your son? Why are you risking your son's life? You're a bad mother, etc. For the past week, she has been calling me and yelling at me to get rid of the dog because she thinks this dog will hurt my son. I told her I wouldn't do it because this dog is part of the family and my husband would be devastated if we got rid of his dog. But my mom is insisting on it. I'm not planning on giving this dog away, but currently the relationship between my mom and I is very strained and I don't know what to do about it. Any advice? Okay. So this is a common question when it comes to like relationship advice, like a dog, like kids are being dicks, like abusing, like being a dick to dogs, and then dogs like will bite because like, hey, stop doing that. Because dogs can't talk. They can't be like, hey, stop it. They're just like, hey, stop it. But it sounds like this dog is a cool dog. And so best suggestion I have for you, she says get rid of the dog. Best advice I can give you is get rid of your mom. I feel like that dog, I don't know, depending on it, one's going to die before the other. So you can keep it, like, get the mom away. And then, once the Rottweiler dies, I don't like thinking about dogs dying. Anyways, you can get back with the mom. But, no, it don't look like this dog's not going to have any issues with the child. And then eventually the child's going to grow up, and if he starts, like, being a dick to the dog's going to fight back. And, like, that's why you don't pull the dog's tail. Shit like that. But no, and I really hope with the relationship between the dog and your child, so it's like your child, but the dog's your husband's. That'd be pretty funny. No, I think, yeah, shut the fuck up about your mom. Tell your mom to shut the fuck up. But anyways, if you want to get me really sappy, I tell you, babies and dogs becoming best friends, that shit is, I absolutely adore that shit. And I hope to continue videos of that, like when like a baby's like laying down, on the ground or something like that, and then the dog runs up to him and lays down next to him. That shit is my favorite. And if you have any videos, send those to theshredcast@gmail.com. I'm down to hear that. This one's okay. So give away your mom, or put down your mom. One of the two, whatever you really want. All right, next question I got. I took my boyfriend's virginity and he cried.
That's rough, buddy.
Oh man, let's go here. I've been friends with my boyfriend for some few years before we started dating. He's from Africa and came to the U.S. on college scholarships. Him and his friend circle are just a bunch of guys who we shared the same interests and became friends because he plays soccer and are fans of the same football club. He's always been a chill adrenaline junkie joker type with a dark and peculiar sense of humor. We have been dating for a month, and on Saturday I went to his place to watch soccer. After the game was over, we were cuddling, and then I kissed him. We started making out and soon started having sex. He came really quickly and started crying. I asked him people need to learn how to write. While trying to comfort him, he told me it was his first, and it was really overwhelming. He told me he has never felt anything like that and gave up pursuing girls due to rejection. I was really surprised as he was the last person ever to see him crying. I have never seen him cry or even get emotional. Just a guy who smiles and laughs even when there's nothing funny to laugh and hardly gets angry or mad. He's tall above average in looks department, and I always thought he has had a couple of hookups or relationships as he's 25, but I supported him, told him it was okay as he kept on apologizing, and apologizing is spelled wrong. People learn how to write repeatedly. I think he's embarrassed as he's trying to avoid talking about it. I want to know how to help him. So
that's rough, buddy.
Let me just in that he came quickly. And I know a lot of ladies don't like it when guys come quickly. I take antidepressants, so I don't do that. So ladies, if you want to know that, but you might have a hard time getting me up. So we'll see about that. One thing I will tell you, he's probably has a little bit of anxiety for the most part. Just tell him that just whenever you want to try again, let's do that. But no, if he came quickly, that means you have a magic pussy. And a magic pussy is something to celebrate. And it's also kind of scary because you want to last a while in bed. So just to let you know, you have a magic pussy. Let him, he's going to have to, since he's never done it before, he's got to get used to it. So just be like, whenever you're comfortable, let's do it again. But hey, it's not a big deal. Still like you and shit. So yeah, and tell her. And you obviously kind of know that.
This is the type of guy you get.
So just be aware of that. Just be like, hey, we don't have to do that again for a while if you don't want to. But yeah, rough to be that guy.
That's rough, buddy.
But hopefully you two can work things out and you won't be like,
Be gone, fuck!
So anyways, yeah, best thing to do is just talk to each other and kind of try to see what's best for him. And yeah, it seems like you guys could work it out. It's just maybe crying after sex. That seems like just a funny sentiment. It's like, yeah, we had sex and then she started crying. I'm like, that's the last thing I want to happen. Like if you're thinking you're having sex with a girl, then all of a sudden she starts crying, like, damn, you're like, God damn it, it's over. That shit is done and over. And rest in peace, me having sex tonight. Because if you can still have sex after a girl cries, do not have sex with a girl if she starts crying. Okay, people. You want her to cry after sex. And if that happens, you just leave. Because that's the best thing you can do. All right. Next question. This one's fucking sad. And I'm going to make it even worse. My best friend told me she doesn't want to die a virgin. Hello, I'm 17 and my best friend, and she's 18. Could be illegal, but I feel like at that point, I don't think it should matter. And there's like a year apart. Me and my best friend have known each other since we were very young. I was 6 and she was 7. She has terminal bowel cancer and only has 2 months left to live.
That's rough, buddy.
I don't know why I did that. Thanks, Zuko. For a time, I have been coping by telling myself that there's a mistake. Bowel cancer really only targets people who are 50, so I mentally denied her illness because it didn't feel realistic. That's a good coping mechanism. Not what a doctor would say, but that's what I would say, tell you to do. I know that sounds fucked up, but I just didn't think it was right. Now I've had to accept it because regardless what I thought, fact of the matter is her cancer is terminal. And I cry to sleep every other night. Yesterday, she told me that she did not want to die as a virgin. I asked her why she was telling me, and she said, why do you think? She has never had sex before. I have. And as much as I am fond of her, I don't want her to feel like it's something she has to experience because everyone else does. Sex is just sex. I told her this, and she told me she doesn't feel like she has to, but that she wants to, and she trusts me with her body. I told her I'd think about it. It's not that I don't like her or think she's unattractive. It's that I'm scared. I'm scared I might become more attached than I already am. I'm not typically like that, but she's going to pass soon, and I feel like her death will be harder on me knowing we've got intimate before. I want to, but I also don't, and I'm stuck. I also don't want her leaving without getting any of the experiences she wants. This is just really rough, and I need advice. What should I do, or what can I help make my decision? Look, dude, you need to have sex with her, okay? Look, sex is just sex, and her death is going to be hard for you either way. I mean, I'll tell you that. It's just going to be rough.
That's rough, buddy.
I need to stop doing that during this. But no, because when she dies, which sounds like it's going to happen, only thing you can really say, if you had sex with her, you're going to be like, I wish I didn't have sex with her. But then if you don't, you're like, I should have had sex with her. And it's not, you're being a good guy. You're being a good friend. She trusts you, obviously. And like when a woman feels safe with you, it's like the ultimate jackpot, people. That's like the ultimate feeling. It's like, yay, someone likes me. No, dude, you need to have sex with her. Come on. Just going to have to put one in for the team. Just realize that, I mean, you know already firsthand that it's not going to last. And it looks like you're not going to have a relationship out of this. You're still going to be friends. just realize that, and just go full throttle from there. You know what, dude? I hope the best for you, and I hope everything figures out. But yeah, you need to have sex with her. It's the best thing you can do. So anyways, let's go to one that does not depress me. X can't understand why we aren't getting back together after getting mad at my achievements. All right. Sounds like a
Be gone, fuck!
type of situation. My ex and I were together for a little over a year and even semi-lived together after the start of the pandemic. We are both in college students and study in the same field. I love them so much. I think I love him so much. There we go, yeah. I honestly thought, I love her so much. Okay, sorry, I need to learn how to fucking read. I love her so much. I honestly thought we would be together for a long, long time and hope that one day we would even get married. The relationship wasn't without problems, though. We both had trauma from the past, and hers affect them a lot. She had a hard time expressing affection, but my love language is words of affirmation. I had to learn how to deal with almost never being told I was beautiful. Okay, I don't know who the gender is on this, or that I did a good job, or that they loved me. Okay, they also slowly started to lose their sex drive to the point where we hadn't slept together for a while, and when they saw me undressed, they didn't even care or react. They also had a lot on their plate and were constantly busy, so they didn't text me much when we were apart. Even when we were together, most of the time we spent working. I was fine with all this and supported them through it because I truly only wanted the best of them. I thought this was a two-way thing until I got a job. I have been getting prepared for a job interview for my dream role at my dream company. This was something that I had to work extremely hard for, as I was less qualified than most other applicants. And it was for a very competitive job. The entire time, my partner reminded me to get my hopes up, as I might not get it, and they didn't want to see me be sad. Well, I got the job. I was thrilled and called them, and they were less than thrilled. This is non-binary. I don't know what the fuck's going on with these. They didn't seem happy, and they didn't want to celebrate. They tried to lie and say that we were busy to not have to celebrate with me. They weren't talking to me, blah, 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 and admitted that they were mad. They thought it was unfair that they still hadn't gotten the job where we also been working together. It looks like someone's being stingy.
Come on, Mark. Don't be stingy.
This broke me, as throughout our relationship, I had always wanted the best for them and had been extremely supportive, but for some reason, they could not do the same for me. At the moment, I realized they had a lot of personal problems to work on that, and I could not be a part of. Broke up and wished them the best and they could be friends and blah, 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 blah. Turns out that was harder than I thought, as I still very much love them and extremely hurt by them. They tried to talk to me as friends, but kept bringing up how they were sorry I messed up, blah, 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 being a little bitch. Now, a few weeks later, I've decided that I really can't get back with them, move on. So I asked to get my stuff back. I got upset and asked if it was done, blah, blah, blah. They wanted me to call them and explain, but I had already explained when we broke up. I didn't want to have to go through the pain, rehashing everything. So wish them the best. Please let me know if what I am doing is right. I want the best for them, so can't help but feel guilty, and I am hurting them. But I also just want to be happy and surrounded by supportive people. Is that too much to ask? Am I being unreasonable? You're not being unreasonable. That person is being a bitch, and you should not get back together and stop talking to them, because that is a toxic human being. Just tell them,
be gone, fuck!
And just stop getting in contact with them, because that person is toxic. I'm pretty sure it's a man, what it sounds like, and you're putting they, them, just to be a little like, could be a non-binary person. If that's the case, it explains the personality problems. But I would say, just stop talking to them. It's pretty easy. You ever realize how easy some of this shit is? If you just have to just stop talking to someone. Like, come on, you know what you need to do. Stop talking to them. They're being salty. They're being stingy.
Come on, Mark. Don't be stingy.
And you got to break up with them. And I know
that's rough, buddy.
But you got to do it, because
this is the type of guy you get.
And you don't want that guy. And keep going and find someone else that you like. And you know what?
And I really like that.
You'll really like it when you leave them. So be gone, thought. Get out of that person. Go away from them, because they're toxic and a bitch. All right. Final question of the evening. I saved the best for last, people, and you're going to really enjoy this. Boyfriend wants me to peg him. I am not on board. My boyfriend has had the sudden realization that he really, really wants to be dominated by me. I am typically the submissive partner, and at first I was willing to give it a try until he said he wanted me to peg him. Lately, I've been going along with being dominant in the bedroom, but he keeps pushing the subject of pegging, to which I've told him it's not something I particularly want to partake in. He has been begging me to at least give it a try, but in all honesty, the thought repulses me. Even when I try to have an open mind, I have nothing against pegging, believe me, but it is something that does not turn me on in the slightest, and it has been ruining my mood every time he brings it up mid-sex. It has gotten to the point that he stated he can't get turned on by any porn that isn't pegging. When we aren't together, this is causing me great anxiety because I don't think I'll be able to please my partner anymore without doing something I do not want to do. How do I tell him I simply cannot do it? Will he ever get over this newfound fetish? Any help is appreciated. So, here's the thing. If you really love this person, you're going to have to peg him. Plain and simple, you're going to have to peg him. I know, that's not, you shouldn't be encouraging this shit. No, you're going to have to peg him. That's his shit. That's what he likes. And he's never been pegged, so he might not like it. So I would say you don't have to be pegging him all the time. I'm saying, like, save it. Say, look, this isn't something I like, but you may like this at all. So, like, maybe some special occasions, I can peg you, okay? I can pull it in. I can peg you. Shove a big plastic fake dildo up your ass, and hope you like it. I've never been pegged before. But ladies, maybe you should. We should all peg men. Maybe all women should peg men. Let's start a movement for getting pegged by women. You know what? Let's make women more popular. But anyways, from the main part, I kind of see your problem there. It's not something you like. However, I feel like it's not like anal sex, because you may hate the feeling. Like, it could just like make you feel so bad, like you don't like it. And plus, you could get pooped on. And I feel like if you do anal sex, that's a risk you're willing to take, that you're going to get pooped on. And it's like, you play dirty, you lose dirty. So you're going to have to peg him, make it like a special occasion, like his birthday or some shit like that. Like, this is only going to happen every once in a while, okay? But stop bringing that shit up, okay? You also got to tell him that. Stop bringing this shit up. We'll do it for your birthday, but it's not going to become a regular thing, okay? You got that? You got that? You know what?
This is the type of guy you get.
So yeah, peg him on a special occasion, and only special occasions only, because that's what you do. And then when you do it, he'll either decide if he doesn't like it or if he...
And I really like that.
So, yeah, I think that's the best advice I can give you. So you're going to have to peg him and just make it a special occasion and then tell him to shut the fuck up. All right, that's how I'm ending this episode of Cancel Schweezy. Thank you so much for listening to Cancel Schweezy. This is a show where I pissed you all off. And if I didn't piss you off, I'm sorry. I failed you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, always send an email to the schwegcast@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to answer them on air, email you back, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Whatever works out the best. Just so you know, another reminder, my new EP, Ride or Die, comes out December 11th. So go pre-save that anywhere you get your music. And then... listening party, Facebook Live, December 9th. Show up, RSVP. There's a Facebook event group. I'll be sharing it a couple more times. So,
this is the type of guy you get.
This type of guy you get. I'm going to be there. I'm hosting it. I'm going to be there.
And I really like that.
And, like, Garth would say, we're going to listen to each track off Ride or Die. And
let's get physical playing music. I like that.
So let's get physical playing music. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to really like that. It's going to be fun. Make sure you like, subscribe everywhere that you get your podcasts, on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Really fun. Thank you. It's been a fun episode. I've had some fun topics to talk about. But anyways, yeah, like and subscribe, leave a review. If you're on Twitch, go follow me at twitch.tv/theschweezy. And go follow me, subscribe. If you have an Amazon Prime account, keep $5 away from Jeff Bezos. And for $5 a month, you can also be a Patreon member where you get ad-free episodes of the Schwegcast. Be cool. But in the meantime, just like and subscribe. So I'm going to get up out of here. Like always, stay awesome.
Pray for Micah.
Hey, you just finished a full episode of the Schwegcast. I hope your brain cells don't hurt. If you want to support this show financially in the best way possible, go check us out on Patreon for $5 a month. You can get ad-free episodes of the Schwegcast and is the best way to personally support me and this channel.